Nimbus, the space gate to Dark World is now open. Welcome back, Twitch, YouTube. It's your boy KDZ bringing you guys another market watch. And of course, guys, the reason why I do these videos is because I have a huge passion for trading card games. I love talking about trading card games, and I want to continue to build a community that has that same love and passion for trading card games and admiring all those gorgeous lore windows as I do. And with that, let's get into it. Jumping right in, guys. We didn't drop a market watch yesterday. We could not get the space gate to Dark World charged up enough. There was not enough energy. There was not enough energy to get it open yesterday. But we're back today, charged up, looking at right now the 2022 10 Pharaoh God Ready Fusion on our screen. A stonk, if you will. But I mean, considering how cheap this one is, you definitely want to probably contemplate the value of the original print coming out of Dawn. No, not Dawn. Coming out of Battle of Chaos. I believe that's what it is. Let's do a deeper dive real quick on Ready Fusion. Oh, I was right the first time. You know what they say. You usually stick with your first answer. Coming out of Dawn of Majesty. But nevertheless, as you can see, these prices 214 listings for the Prismatic Secret Ready Fusion, as low as 35 cents, market price 84 cents, so market price under $1. And then 117 listings as low as 189, market price 407 for the Dawn of Majesty copy. But I mean, yeah, just go for the original print. It only has two printings, they're both Secret Rare Rarity. Let's go back to the 2022 10 of Pharaoh Gods, because the last time we was out here, the 2022 10, yes, it was pretty cheap. I think there might have been some cheaper ones. Yeah, 812, one for 119 was bought. I think that might have been the one I was, yes, that was the one I was thinking about. Somebody had, I think, like five. They had 3 to 5 sealed 2022 10s for 120 bucks. They're gone now. But with the 25th Rarity Anniversary Collection looming, still the sealed on this continues to drop from the 160 it was holding that steadily, as you can see in the chart, now all the way down to 140. So if you do want to pick this up, I'll wait like a solid month before people really get desperate and drop it to that solid 120. But I mean, keep checking back on it every day. You might catch another 120 listing sooner than that. I expect if you're looking for sealed the 2022 10 of Pharaoh's Gods, I probably would not open this sealed if I did buy it. I would just go ahead and hold it for 220. Even though a lot of these cards are about to get reprints, they're not going to get a prismatic secret rare reprinting, which is unique in and in itself. And then of course you got this Dark Magician, this Blue Eyes, and this Red Eyes that are unique as well. But that's why I say I wouldn't open them. I just go buy the singles for the Dark Magician, Blue Eyes, and Red Eyes now. Dark Magician Girl, 115 listings as low as 875, market price 928. If you bought this around 15, if you bought this around 20, if you bought this around 25, you're way down. Now is definitely the best time to get in. And then the Blue Eyes White Dragon, 133 listings as low as 694, market price 701. And Red Eyes Black Dragon, 121 listings as low as 395, market price 452. Now there is the new kid on the block, and like I said, since not only did we not, not only was the Space Gate to Dark World not charged up yesterday, we didn't even take a glance at the market yesterday personally. But of course, they still don't have Soul Burning Volcano up for some ungodly reason. And it looks like Salomon Great Sunlight Wolf has been, there's been a surge in its demand. I want to say there was about 40, 50 listings. What is this? Today is Tuesday, Sunday when I looked at this. Now there's 22. It was like a 45 to $48 card. Now it's 54, market price 53.92. However, Legendary Duel Soul Burning Volcano booster boxes, 54 listings as low as 34.95, market price 36.03. That continues to drop. Salamangreat of Fire has doubled in price. It went from a $7 card now to 14 listings as low as 13.50, market price 15.23. Okay, and everything else seems to be holding steady around the price that it was. Volcanic Emperor, market price 886. Battle Unboxer King Dempsey, market price 847. Volcanic Trooper, market price 832. Salomon Great Raging Phoenix, market price 794. Now this set has only been out for like 5 days, so give us some time. Like, let's see. We do actually have another product releasing this month. We have that new Speed Duel Battle City box, second additional starter deck box coming out. And I think it was Cyber Knight. Cyber Knight opened up one on his channel yesterday, an early opening. It's not going to be out for another 2 weeks, but an early opening. Some of the secret rares he pulled a Red Eyes Black Dragon, pretty much like 2002 10 secret rare that they printed in Speed Duels. The Dark Magician Arcana artwork in secret rare. It was something else. Gearfree the Iron Knight secret rare. I feel like they're going to have Insect Queen in there as a secret rare. I'm curious about some of the other picks that they do because they're not. I don't. They have Slifer in there, but I think Slifer is going to be the only God card. I don't know if they put Slifer, Obelisk, and the Winged Dragon of Raw in there again as secret rares. I'm gonna be quite perturbed because they just gave us those in secret rare. I understand Slifer from the fact that y'all have Mime in these starter decks, and Mime used Slifer in his deck, one of the mind slaves of Merrick. But don't waste 3 of the 24 slots on those secret rares again, Konami. We were talking about this Red Eyes Black Dragon though being the best version of Red Eyes to get your hands on. But now when that secret rare drops, when that secret rare drops in the Speed Duel set, what is this? Red Eyes Black Dragon. Yeah, this is what I'm looking for. Yeah, we had established this was the best rarity to get because it was the Red Eyes Black Dragon in its original artwork, and it had its whole name spelled out, and it was foil, and it wasn't premium gold rare, so that made it the best. Because I feel like the original artwork is just far better than any of these retrains. Like this one, it's 3 times as better. This one is twice as better. This one is twice as better. Even though they have this one that was reprinted in the first Battle City box in secret rare with the full name spelled out, this one is going to have the original artwork. So they are double dipping essentially because they gave us Red Eyes Black Dragon in the first one with the alternate art, and now they're giving us it in the second one with the original art. They, if they put Dark Magician, if they put Blue Eyes in here, I will be okay with that because Blue Eyes in its original art does not have a regular secret rare printing in all of Yu-Gi-Oh! In all 25 years of Yu-Gi-Oh! They have not printed Blue Eyes White Dragon in its original artwork in secret rare rarity. So I will be completely okay with that. And I wouldn't be surprised if that was the top card in the set. But we'll see what they're going to do. Like they're deliberately doing that with that Blue Eyes artwork on purpose, like not printing it in secret rare when they've had so many opportunities. But yeah, when that new Red Eyes Black Dragon secret rare drops, that's going to be the best one because it's going to have this artwork, it's going to have the full name spelled out, and it's going to be in secret rare rarity. So I think that's pretty cool. A set that I did want to look at though was it Dark Crisis? Dark Crisis 25th anniversary set. This one is one of my wow Exodia Necros ultra rare copy coming out of 25th anniversary edition Four listings as low as $99, market price 38.29. Shinato King of the Higher Plane, three listings as low as 12.90, market price 9.58. And Skull Archfiend of Lightning, which they actually just gave a secret rare in a recent in the Shadow, that the Speed Duelist of Shadow starter deck set. They gave that a secret rare rarity. But it's like, because this was the only set that out of the 25th anniversary legendary collection that didn't get its own booster box, all of the cards in here are spiking. Guardian Seal has two listings as low as $15, market price 6.18. Guardian Grawl has one listing as low as $25, market price 5.14. Because the only way to get this pack is to open up the 25th anniversary legendary collection, and you're only going to get one of these packs. So the chances of you pulling any of these cards is going to be quite. Dark Flare Knight, two listings as low as 3 4. Somebody or a group of people came in and they said, it's time. We're going to buy out all of these cards. Interdimensional Matter Transporter, ultra rare, coming out of Dark Crisis, the 25th anniversary edition. Two listings as low as $12, market price 268. Um, like every foil card in this set, even Gyaku Gear Panda, 18 listings as low as $1.20, market price 185 for a common. Dark Master Zork Super Rare, two listings as low as $10, market price 121. And these these can't be replenished on the market easy. So we're gonna have to rely on Konami to actually turn this into a booster box for these prices to go down. If Konami does not turn this set into a booster box, this is my favorite set out of all of the sets that they put in the Legendary Collection 20. Out of those first six sets, this one is my favorite. Like when this one came in, they started doing you started to see like a lot more effect monsters. There was a lot more nuance, and I want to say this was the set that had the first theme in it with the Guardians. Hold on, what's going on, baby? No, we need to pay for that, but oh, okay, so that's fine. You can use that, or you could just come home and I'll do it when you get here. But I was shooting. I was doing a market watch. No, it's fine. No, it's fine. Okay, that's fine. Love you too. Daddy duties. But one of my favorite lure windows of all time, you have cost down. Three listings as low as $15, market price 328. That's quite disturbing. But yeah, we're gonna leave this up to Konami to reprint this in a booster box and actually give us what we want. Like this is the set I would have bought a booster box of and I would have opened up out of those. This one and Feral Servant. I really like Feral Servant because it has Buster Blader in it, another one of my all-time favorite lure windows. Nevertheless, even with the homie Buster Blader in there, I don't put that set above this set. This set was just awesome. But these buyouts are preposterous. They're intuitive, but preposterous. hold on. So let me go ahead and look at the two sets that TCG player does have up here at the top for Yu-Gi-Oh right now. Battles of Legend, Relentless Revenge, and I mean, excuse me, Monstrous Revenge, and Duelist Nexus. We've already covered these over the past couple of weeks. There really hasn't been too much movement at all in the QCSRs since we've been covering them. The only one that was really volatile was a Lady Labyrinth in high heels, got motherfuckers paying her bills with dual swords. But everything else has been holding relatively steady and have been have there's remarkable deals for especially the QCSRs on the lower end. This Tellarknight Ptolemaeus, you can get three play sets for the price of what it would cost to pull one random quarter century secret rare. So you know how they were doing the buyouts of those Dark Crisis cards. This one doesn't seem that bad for a buyout either. And guys, this is not a financial advising channel. I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. I'm just telling you guys how I look at these TCG markets. We got regional season sparking back up. I think so. I would expect to see some prices start to move and some more meta relevant cards. People trying to get their hands on the engines, people trying to play, trying to compete, trying to win prizes, people trying to have fun playing their trading card games. Wait, hold on, time out, time out. Like always, guys, we doing these market watches outside. You can probably hear the wind blowing, hear the birds and the bees. We outside alive, shooting alive, right? So, and of course, you got that golden sunshine always shining through. A lot of the secret rares in Monstrous Revenge are still extremely cheap. And now you actually have Revolution Synchron over here in Duelist Nexus taking over the top spot over Magician of Bonds and Unity and market price. Expertly, Eperly and Noir. For some reason, I keep wanting to say Expertly. Eperly Noir, 42 listings as low as 82.99, market price 103.33. Unchained Soul Lord of Yama. I called this like a couple of days ago that I was going to take over Vis's Amritara's spot as the fifth highest quarter century secret rare in the set. It was just trending that way. 37 listings as low as 89.95, market price 90.98 for Vis's Amritara. Revolution Synchron, the regular secret rare, is still more expensive than over half of the secret rares in this set, which is just magnificent, as the collector would say. And Duelist Nexus booster boxes, 62 listings as low as 54.05, market price $54. Expected base price for a QCSR in this set, what it would cost to pull one at random, is around 220 to $225. And you have multiple QCSRs here. You can get four copies of, if not five, some double play sets, some like coming back here to wow now Infernoble Arms Almay, 62 listings as low as 31.88, market price 34.45. Demigod of Testina finally got the buyout. Like we talked about this card almost every day for the past 2 weeks when we were looking over this set every day for the past 2 weeks. Demigod of Testina, 22 listings as low as 38.20, market price 35.92. This was cheaper than this. This was like a $33 card, and it was like 40 listings on the market. Half the listings have been bought off the market, but the price hasn't shot up that much. And then you have Tokusano Shinkyojin. Uh, the Bankai quarter century secret rare. That's a Bankai right there. Tokisano Shinki Bankai. Tokisano Shinkyojin. That's what that is right there. 42 listings as low as 36.03, market price 36.07 for the QCSR. And then you have Fusion Armament, one of my favorite lure windows in QCSR right now. 46 listings as low as 30.37, market price 32.91. And in the lure window, you have Flame Swordsman and Dark Flare Knight behind him, the fusion between Flame Swordsman and Dark Magician that Joey and Yugi used against the Big Five to defeat, I believe it was five, was it five-headed dragon? I believe it was. Dark Corridor, 37 listings as low as 11.90, market price 11.39. That doesn't even make sense. How this card keeps appreciating in value. And then you have Noble Arms Museum, 76 listings as low as 475, market price 619 for the ultra rare. And then you have Visa's Armor Tara, 159 listings as low as 415, market price 528 for the secret rare. But Visa's Armor Tara's QCSR is more expensive than Noble Arms Museum QCSR. Make that make sense. I still feel like a lot of these cards in Duelist Nexus, like on the lower end, these secret rares are inflated. Like for as much Duelist Nexus is being opened up, you would expect to see way more listings for these secret rares, for these ultra rares, because like some of these, like this secret rare Dark Corridor has less listings than some QCSRs. But you're seeing one QCSR for every 8 secret rares. So you're definitely going to have a lot more Dark Corridors in the ether than you do something like the Infernoble Arms All Mace, which had like 60 plus listings on the market for the QCSR. Which makes me think that even after 2 weeks, that these secret rare and ultra rare prices are still inflated. Like people are still buying them for some reason. It will get more obscure. Like if a whole bunch of listings don't dump on the market for cards like Dark Corridor, Unchained Sword, Unchained Soul Lord of Yama, Noble Arms and Museum. If a whole bunch, Nightmare Magician, if a whole bunch more listings don't dump on the market within the next 2 weeks, it's going to be interesting to see when the Mega 10 comes out and people shift their focus to buying cards out of the Mega 10 as opposed to buying Duelist Nexus, because that has guaranteed QCSRs in it with the promos, and it's going to have reprints from the previous year from Dimension Force, Battle of Chaos with a lot of DM lore, and Darkwing Blast with the Bestials, and uh, other cards in there, like Blazing Cartesia. People are going to start eating that up, and whatever Konami intends to throw in there as an X factor, people are going to start eating that up, and they're going to kind of forget about Duelist Nexus as the set to buy. So I think it's really interesting where we're at in the lifespan of Duelist Nexus and these card prices. Something I did want to do. I don't think we're probably going to have to start this and then finish it at another time. What we did on the last market watch, we were trying to determine if the Pokemon Company had printed full arts of all of the gym leaders, Elite Four members, and the champion of all of the regions. And we had established that because we went over Hoenn initially, we had established that in the Hoenn region they were missing a few. In the Hoenn region has been around for a while, but they were missing Watson full art, excuse me, Norman full art. They were missing Juan full art. Were they missing anybody else? The sixth gym leader they did have. The sixth gym leader was Winona. They did have her. Her full art was dope. I really liked it. The seventh gym leader is Liza and Tate. For some reason, it's Liza and Tate, or Tate and Liza. Is it Tate and Liza or Liza and Tate? I want to say it's no, it's Tate and Liza. Tate and Liza, they have that, and then they have one for Wallace, but they don't have one for Juan. They have one for Wallace and they have one for Steven, which is interesting because Wallace is the eighth gym leader and the champion, and Steven is just the champion, but they have one for both of them, but they don't have one for Juan. So in one set they do have the eighth gym leader, in another set they wouldn't have. In the set where Wallace is the champion, they don't have the eighth gym leader. They have Sydney, which is the first member of the Elite Four. They have Phoebe, the second member of the Elite Four. They do not have, I believe her name was Janice. They did have Discord, but they didn't have her. I believe her name is Janice. Janice is, no, it's not Janice. It's not Janice. What's her name? Well, she's the third Elite Four member. She used Ice type Pokemon. Let me know in the chat what the heck was her name. But they didn't have a full art for her, and they didn't have a full art for Drake, the fourth member of the Elite Four in the Hoenn region. But like I said, they did have one for Steven, and they did have one for Wallace, the two champions. The interesting thing about Drake and that third Elite Four member is that they made cards, Drake's Stadium, which is a card from Power Keepers, but it's like the one of the few, if not the only TCG card that has Drake's name on it. Glacia's, that's her name. And then they have Glacia Stadium. The interesting thing about this is that this is the last time that they got Phoebe Stadium and they got Sydney Stadium. The interesting thing about this is that they created these cards during the EX era. And interestingly enough, Pokemon is in the EX era again. They just restarted it in the Scarlet and Violet. So what are the chances that they actually give us Drake's full art and Glacia's full art now that we're in the EX era? And they complete their Elite Four, but they would still have to do Watson and Norman and Juan if they had any intention of completing the whole set. But since they didn't have Hoenn completed, that made me want to look at another region. Let's go Unova. Let's go. You got Sealand. I think that's his name. Sealand. Yeah, Sealand, Crest. So that's Fusion Strike. Chili. They do have the full art for that. It's actually relatively dirt cheap. But these were the first gym leaders in the Unova region in one set, and then in the other set, the other first gym leader was Sharon, which I believe they have a four of as well. So they got the two first gym leaders in the whole region. I mean, in the Unova region, which is dope. That Sharon artwork actually looks cool. Cool. I'm a studious person, so I'm a fan of other studious people, and Sharon embodies uh, academia, if you will. But the next gym leader, oh, what was her name? They called her Mama in the Japanese version of the Pokemon Black and White, the anime. Her assistant or her husband called her Mama, but that's not her name. What was her name? Oh, I cannot think of her name. She's not the gym leader in the second set though. There's somebody else, and I don't remember. I don't remember what her name is either. So we're gonna need some help. We're gonna have to go down the rabbit hole in a different direction. Look at Glacia and her old woman gown. um, Unova League. So it's Lenora. We have Lenora, and then in Black 2 and White 2, it's Roxy. So let's see. Lenora, they don't have one for. So already you cannot complete the set. Roxy. They happen to have one for Roxy. Actually, it's a Japanese card. Her full art is in Japanese. They don't have an English version of her trainer card. She came out of Sun and Moon. Well, so I guess you can complete one set of them because they have Sharon and they have Roxy. And then the third gym leader was Berg. Okay, let's see. Let's see. This Japanese one is out of stock though. Is it legitimately out of stock? Oh, it's printed in Japan. Come on, bruh. That's ridiculous. Y'all aren't y'all bought by eBay? Shouldn't that mean that there should be international selling on here? Come on now, TCG player. Y'all need to start upgrading. Berg. Either I'm spelling his name wrong or they don't have one for Berg, which I doubt they do. Elisa they do have because that's Elisa Sparkle. That was a meta card. I remember that specifically. Yeah, look at that. Lisa Sparkle, full or 84 listings as low as $24. Market price 26.79. And then Infusion Strike, did they reprint it? Oh no, Crown. That was the Crown Zenith reprint. Infusion Strike was the original print of Elisa Sparkle with 137 listings as low as 450. Market price 591. For some reason, the original Elisa Sparkle is far cheaper than the Crown Zenith Elisa Sparkle. And I think the Fusion Strike one looks much better. It's the original print, and it has a hyper rare that corresponds with it. And I want to say it's definitely much more difficult to pull because the Fusion Strike set was, I mean, yeah, the Fusion Strike set was far more expansive than Crown Zenith. 100, this is 147 out of 159. And then you look at this is 260 out of 264, so this is significantly harder to pull. I have no idea why this is worth $24 and the other one is worth six. That's an interesting juxtaposition. Nevertheless, that is actually the fourth gym leader, but they do not have Berg, so you cannot get the complete set. And then you have Clay. Do they not have? This is Sun and Moon, but do they not have a full art of Clay? Of course, they're gonna bring up every printing of Clay doll. And no, they do not have a full art of Clay. They have a trainer card of him, but they do not have a full art. And then this was Skylar. They do have one for Skylar. I remember that because we actually got Skylar confused with Winona. And Skylar, you got an XY breakpoint. I'm pretty sure Winona was also in a X and Y set full art. But Skylar, 53 listings as low as 17.99, market price 56.96. Yikes. And then who the seventh gym leader in one set is Drayden, which they do not have a full art of, or a item, a trainer card for period. And then it's not Wolfric, it's something else. Bryson. Sabrina and Bryson? Okay. Bell Bella Baleba? Bell Baleba and Bryson, man. I don't even know what the heck is going on there. But this is a Japanese card. Yeah, this pro card was printed in Japanese only. Bryson and Sabrina. All right. That's an interesting tag team. I wonder where the connection is in that lore. But I don't count that as a full art specifically for Bryson. So I felt like it would be a bit of a reach with them having full arts of all of the gym leaders in the Unova region. That's one of the newer, generations. It doesn't have as much, fan fandom behind it as like the original or something like Hoenn. But that is what it is. But nevertheless, guys, we can't be out here all day. Hopefully, I provided some value with this market watch. We got to try to get the Space Gate to Dark World charged up again so we can come back out here and try to deliver a part two, try to finish these. these complete sets of gym leaders, elite four members of just the leagues of the different generations. Nimbus, with that, we're gonna be getting up out of here. Are we in there? Are we in there? Yeah, we in there.